Man them, gal them. It's the second episode of City of Vermin podcast. Myself, Ollie, aka Ollie Online, and this episode we've got special guest Samson. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro.
You good, man? Good. So yeah, man. DJ K-Dubs was supposed to obviously come through and be the third host, but he went missing. So if anyone's seen him, let me know.
Do you have a late night?
I had no idea. I've not spoke to him. K-Dubs, we love you. We miss you, man. Just come home. We don't know where you are. You fucked us, but it's all good, man. It's all good.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, man. Before we get into the guest, I was supposed to recap on the first episode with K-Dubs, but my man's not here. So, yeah, man. I hope everyone enjoyed the first episode. We'll just get straight into the second one.
That's cool, bro.
So, yeah, man. Do you want to introduce yourself and what you're here for, basically?
Well, I'm Samson. I'm just here to talk to you about business, music, work.
Yeah. And what is your area of business?
Well, currently I've got a fashion business, which I've been running for about 3 years,
Sick.
3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm doing my music thing. I was on it before, but I stopped
I remember,
to focus on my business and get my money right. But we're back on it now.
Yeah, man. And you had a big collab, actually, with a big London artist. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. You probably know who I'm talking about. So you got a clothing brand, right?
Yeah, man.
And what's the name of that clothing brand?
So the brand's called Section. Before Section Boys.
Yeah. Well, they've changed their name now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, man, the brand's
Were
called
you behind
Section.
that, by the way?
What,
Did you put like a little lawsuit in there or something?
Nah. In fact, we work with them. Like we've done bits and bobs with them as well.
Because they said something about there was some sort of someone copyrighted the name, and that's why they had to change.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't really talk over you, innit?
No, it's cool, man. Carry on.
But even with our website, the reason it's called sectionclo.com and not section.com is because section.com was like 50k or something just for the domain name. Because people buy domain names of common things, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
I've heard of that before. People bought, someone bought TaylorSwift.com.
Oh, that's
before, when she was just coming up, and they sold it for a shitload of money. So yeah, whoever hustled you out of that money, fair enough, man. They knew what they were doing. Fair enough.
Mad move.
But yeah, man. So the clothes are sick, and I've noticed they're fucking all over Cov. To be fair, when I go to town, I see everyone in them, all different kind of people, different races, different ages, and the clothes look sick.
Bless up, bro.
So just give us an overview of what the brand is and what's the fashion sense. You know what I mean? What's it all about?
The tagline behind Section is "Rise above the noise," meaning sort of don't try fit in the ground. Just get out. Do your own thing. Be your own person. Do whatever you're doing, and so that's where Section was born from, effectively, innit? Because obviously before I was on the roads doing what a typical young black guy was doing, whatever what was supposed to be doing, and I thought loudest. Fuck this, whatever. Do something different.
That's good, man. You made the right choice.
Yeah, so that's how Section was born, innit? And the reason you probably see a wide variety of people wearing Section is because we curate the clothes for that purpose. So we make it for this type of people, this type of people, this type of people. That's the whole point of it.
So when you say you make it for different people, do you kind of have a target market and audience, a target audience in mind, or is it just what you like and then it just happens to fit?
We do a lot of research in it, so whatever's popular in the market, etc., we'll just put our own spin on that. Okay. That's how we initially kind of design and curate products. When we first started, I was the designer. Now we've got 2 people that work for us that design. So obviously, but their job is based off research more than just randomly being creative, if that makes sense.
So you've actually taken it to like a professional level. It's not just guys sitting in an office or a bedroom saying like, this looks good.
No, that's how it started. That's how it started, definitely.
So you're going in the right direction 100% because I used to have a clothing brand, not many people know. And it was all right. Like these can vouch, it was okay. We had a few, I had AJ Tracy in it at one point. Who else was in it? Someone else was wearing it. It was going, Shadow on the Beat, Mist Soul producer. And the designs were cool, but I had to I basically sold it to one of my mates. I ain't going to say who I sold it to because he can announce it when he wants to announce it. But we had 5,000 followers on Instagram and I used to get bare messages every day. Different people saying the clothes are sick. I never got one order on the website. I was paying £50 for the website for about 2 years. I never got one order. So I respect Section even more because I can see that yous have done something that I would have loved to do. I couldn't get it to take off. What's your Like, what's your marketing strategy? How do you get from making a brand? It's a secret.
Nah, it's not a secret.
Yo,
Nah, it's not.
I got my notepad out here. I'm writing this down.
It's not a secret. Knowledge is free, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I spend my mornings listening to podcasts, reading books, trying to increase my knowledge to understand markets, businesses, everything. I'd say it's a combination of things. There's obviously a few other brands there's brands that are way bigger than us, there's brands that are smaller than us, whatever. But I'd say it's a combination of good products. Good products always the base, the foundation of everything. So it's good products, then it's combining the good product with the right marketing, but that marketing has to reflect on your product. So if I've got a streetwear brand and I'm trying to do high fashion photos, etc., it might not connect with my audience. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. The people that really win though connect one piece of things. So like streetwear, like Off-White, for instance. Off-White's like a streetwear skateboard brand.
I've not heard of that before. Not heard of that.
You would have seen it.
Off-White? I would have seen it, yeah. I know most brands, to be fair.
Every roadman with the little Off-White thing.
Serious?
Yeah. Or you would have seen the girls wearing the yellow belt.
Let me do a quick Google search. Carry on talking, man. I want to just catch up. I feel like a twat now. Of course I know what Off-White is, dickheads. Obviously, shut up, man.
But yeah, the ones that really win are people that can connect two complete different sides of the spectrum, because no one's expecting it. That's the thing. So if you're doing something what everyone's expecting, I can go to H&M, I can go to Zara, I can go here and there. So you have to remix it a little bit. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's where that's where my focus is. Just remixing. Do you get what I'm saying? Not just staying that in the same lane. So for instance, we have, we've come up off skinny jeans. Jeans is our biggest seller. So you'll see a lot of people wearing branded products, but jeans is what actually makes us all the money. Like 80% of our revenue is jeans. Okay. Yeah? So the brand carriers is just to get the name about. Because jeans is a product which, regardless of what type of person you are, jeans are jeans.
Yeah, of course.
That's why our market for jeans is way bigger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for us, it's just been a combination of things. Obviously, we got lucky with certain things, like Cadet helped us a lot.
I got that on the list to discuss.
Yeah, so he helped us a lot because, like, Yeah. So like when we were first coming up, you're reaching out to people, boom, boom, boom. I randomly got a DM from Cadet.
Oh, he DM you first?
Yeah. I randomly got a DM from Cadet. I was like, yo, this is mad, boom, boom. This was like about, I'd say, a year in, and I was still at uni at this point. So it's like, yo, this is sick, dude. I'm buzzing, whatever. So he linked up. He's like, all right, send me some products. Sent him some stuff. He was buzzing. He's like, yeah, let's link up. Then I think we went to London to one of his studio sessions, brought him like a goodie bag, started talking, and then when he had shows and stuff, he'd just holler at us. So we actually built a good relationship, not just a normal, typical influencer relationship. And then he said he was doing freestyle or something.
I think I definitely saw that. I saw that.
I think he was doing the freestyle, but I can't remember if he said he was going to do something, and he told us to send him more stuff for that particular thing, innit?
Was there a point in time where you were like, okay, we sent you a couple clothes?
No, never. Because at this point we were doing all right. So and like we order products specifically for influencers anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it weren't a problem at all. But he would tell us what he's doing it for. Like he went on One Extra at one time. He told us, "Yo, I'm going on One Extra." So kind of hype us up, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I sent him that, and I remember that clip he did went viral. And then everyone was on my line, boom, boom, boom. Sales were getting mad. I was like, yo, this is hard. So like...
What does that feel like, by the way? Just knowing, like, you built this little thing from scratch and it's getting like this. What does it feel like when you wake up and you see your phone going off? Like, do you know it's going to happen?
To be honest, for me, it's calm. But I'm just like that as a human being, innit? Yeah. Like, it's just, it's calm. You get what I'm saying? But, like, there's been pivotal moments where I've realised, like, yo, okay, cool, let's keep doing this. That's working, let's keep doing this. But I think about things like that. So it's like, okay, that cadet thing worked. So then we just collabed with other people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we sent out to more influencers. That's how I think about things, rather than kind of enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
I always tell people I'm not a happy person. I'm not a sad person. I'm not a happy person. I'm a middle person.
Yeah,
That's just that's just what it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think it helps me get through life effectively.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Just being like that.
But you can still appreciate the good things, and you still get affected by the bad things, but you don't let it take you too far either side of the kilter. You just stay in your lane.
Yeah.
That's
so
perfect.
That's how I am. But yeah, so that was one of the pivotal moments where things were going well. Then we had Black Friday, which is always massive. But I remember this was the second year in, and we were doing like, I don't know if I can say numbers.
A lot.
Nah, but before I'd say before this point we were doing calmer numbers.
Yeah.
And then when we got to November, Black Friday, we did 6 figures in that month compared to what we were doing before.
Wow, 6 figures. Okay.
Yeah. So
fucking hell.
That's when I realised like we got something good, but I was still like this.
I didn't know you were actually touching 6 figures, to be fair. You know, that's a big number, you know.
Yeah, that's
figures.
In revenue though, isn't it? So I'm not saying
even
I'm
so,
walking
though,
around with 6 figures in my pocket like that.
But even so, to actually have that money coming in.
Yeah, that's revenue. That's revenue. Do you know what I'm saying? So we did that in that month, and then obviously things from there just took off. We got investment last year as well, so we got a pretty substantial investment, and we got I think we got 8 investors now. So things have started to move at a pace where it's good. It's good. We've got like I think 8 employees now as well.
Really?
Yeah.
And what? That's like legit, as in like if they need holiday, they'll ask you for holiday pay. Or
Yeah,
is it more formal,
yeah.
or is that you're actually like a businessman now? Then like legit?
yeah.
Hell.
I'm still like this, but obviously we've still got a legitimate business. If you meet my partner, he's I'd say the square out of me and him. So I'm the one that's out here running around doing little things, but he's the square in the office.
What do you mean, like behind the scenes, kind of thing? Yeah.
I shouldn't call him a square. But he's my guy, he's my guy.
Business part of the shit all over you, bro.
He's my guy, he's my
I'm
guy.
joking,
He's my best friend, to be honest.
Yeah, of course,
you know what I'm saying? My best
and you know
friend,
what?
yeah.
I always thought that friendship and business don't mix. But what you just said...
No, it doesn't.
It don't mix.
But
that's why your boy's powering you on the camera.
No,
I'm joking, I'm joking.
It don't mix, but it works like... It works and it don't work, because it works because if you're friends and you're actual friends, then you can get through certain things that you might not be able to get through with a random person. But there's always that level of...
Yeah.
I know you know me, like...
Yeah, because you don't... Like, it depends what kind of person you are, because with like... I've got certain friends where we can say anything to each other, and but that's more like I've got like cousins maybe where like we can pretty much say anything and it will just go back to normal after. But then I've got other friends where we've never had that relationship where
100%.
you've been in that situation where you kind of come clashing heads. You just always get on. And then
I'd say I'm like that. Like we can pretty much say anything to each other.
Do you get what I'm saying? A brotherly bond kind of
thing.
It's
a brother friend.
Yeah.
He's been my friend since 11 years old, and I'm 25 now.
And it must feel good when you're making money together, doing something you love together.
But obviously, there's always ups and downs. So it's at the downs where you actually. I don't know what the word is, but that's when the relationship's actually really tested when you're going through. When you're on your up, everyone's just cool. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what it is really.
So without going into any facts and figures of like money made and all that, because that's your business. So you're in a good place though, in terms of like looking after yourself and whatnot. Has anything changed in that regard? Like, have anyone treating you different, or has anything in your life changed? Just kept it the same?
You know what I always say, like the way I've come up here, my immediate group of friends, like one of my other best friends plays for Fulham, so he's been a professional footballer since he was 18. Yeah. One of my other friends has an education business. Me and Harvey obviously got this business, so because all of us are kind of always been go-getters, our life's always kind of been a certain way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like before, say I was doing a bit better, my friend that plays football was doing well. So
what's his name, by the way?
Cyrus Christie.
Okay.
So he showed me a certain type of lifestyle before I had that.
But he must be leading the pack at the minute, and you lot are like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you lot are still looking at him, right?
Cool. Yeah. No, that's brother, innit? That's my brother. So like, but I mean, like, so he showed us a different type of lifestyle, and do you get what I'm saying? So it's always it's never really been a thing where anything's really changed. You're just taking your steps and just progressing, innit? And I'm one person, I don't really care about material things. And I think me and Cyrus are talking about this, like, being around material things made me care about it less. And don't forget, I was on the roads as well. So there was certain times where boom, 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 and you'll see certain things, and you're like, okay, cool, that's a lot.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? That's a lot. Can't really do nothing with it though. So it's like, it's a bit mad. I don't know if I said anything in that sentence there. I was trying to go around a lot.
It was an awkward one.
I was trying to go around a lot of things.
Do you ever watch Vlad TV interviews?
Nah, I don't. Okay,
because
does he do that?
He's basically like, he's a cringe.
He's the one that. He's the one that people self-snitch on themselves.
Yeah. I ain't trying to be like DJ Vlad. So if you're trying to swerve a question, I ain't going to bring no attention to it. We're moving swiftly on.
But yeah, my point being, like, I think if you see certain things, I always encourage people. Like, this is why I wanted to do this, innit? Because just to encourage people to show what they're doing, positive or negative, innit? Mm-hmm. If you actually understand it and you see it, then your perspective's different. Car, how can someone have the motivation to do something if they've not been around it or seen anyone do it? Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of people would, if you said to someone, "Oh, I want to be a millionaire," they'll be like, "Oh, fucking hell."
Yeah, people look at you stupid. Yeah.
But if you've met loads of millionaires, you'd be like, "Oh, cool, man can do that still." Yeah. Real talk, it's like, it's that simple, isn't it? And if you meet people in different, from different cultures, different backgrounds, doing different things, then your opportunities widen effectively.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree, because I went to uni, and obviously being from Cov, like, you mingle with loads of different kinds of people, then you go uni, and then you meet like other kind of people, and then you blend it all together. And I know what you're saying, like, the more people you're around, different things you're, you know what I mean, exposed to, it makes you grow as a person as 100%. well. If you're just stuck in like shit area all your life, what chance have you got to be anything unless you're really focused?
I swear down, I've grown up in the Binley estate. I don't want to say my address.
I've grown up in an
estate.
That grimy kind of bit.
Yeah. There's a nice bit of Binley. I grew up in a dead bit of Binley.
I know one bit you talk. I didn't know Binley had a hood there. You know, it's fucking grimy. It's grimy. I don't know if you actually live in this actual bit, but the bit that I know two lads that live there. I know two lads that live there, but I ain't gonna say their names. But
it's kind of like might put things together. But
you know,
that's where my mum. That's where my mum's house was, obviously. So I grew up there, and I swear down, I'm the only person that went uni. And that's not. I don't care about going uni. I'll never send my kid to uni. So I waste the money.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking the same.
100%. But just that concept, I used to think. My mum used to say, "You have to go uni. You have to go uni." I used to think, what's the point? But like,
at least he can pay his uni debt off, though, man. Those man's still stuck in the struggle with 30 grand over my head, man.
But like, yo, people don't even. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of things I wanted to touch on what you just said there. So jumping back to the investors as well. How do you get to that stage where you get? How do you set that? How do you find the investors, first of all, and secondly, how do you get to that stage where they're like, I'm gonna actually give you my money, and then they just trust you with it?
Okay, so this is a long. I'll try and shorten this as quickly as possible, but you can either have an idea or you can have a revenue generating business. Yeah, if you have an idea, the idea best be like a well-beaten idea, like just a very, very big idea that can generate the so the investors know that they're going to get an ROI.
Yeah, has to do something special, basically.
Yeah. Not extremely special, but for instance, if you've got a restaurant in an area where there's no restaurants, as a basic example, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So if you can just think of something like that, then you can get the investment, innit? Yeah. Otherwise, you've got a business or something that's generating revenue, and then you've got a scope to generate more revenue. So, for instance, if your business is valued at £1 million, for instance,
Now, how do you get your business valued? Is that done by a professional, or is that just you?
No. It's done by a professional.
Okay.
But then in certain industries, there's multipliers in it. So in the fashion industry, I can't remember what the multiplier is, but I think it's like ×5 or ×6. So for instance, if you're doing £1 million in revenue, they'll value your business at 5 million. Do you get what I'm saying? So then your shares. So if you're going to sell 10% of your business, that would be £1 million. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's how that works. To get to that point, I can't really say. You'll know in yourself if you think you need investment or not. If you can do it without investment, that's actually better because you retain all of your business, innit? But if you do get a bit of investment, it does help progress growth in it. So like for instance, we did a collab with Katie McDermott.
Who's that by? I've never heard of that lady.
She's like a Love Island sort of celebrity.
Okay.
Yeah. And we did a bikini collab with her.
Another quick Google search. What's her name?
Katie McDermott.
Katie McDermott bikini. Yeah. 1 second. Perv life.
You got to cut the bit where I say. You understand?
Is she fit?
I've got a girlfriend which I would love very much.
Keep that bit in.
Keep that. I'll show her.
People that come on here got a habit of powering themselves or making it bait in front of their missus. She's all right. Man.
So we did a collab with her, like, and to the scope of how big or how small the collab would have gone. Obviously, it's about capital, isn't it? So you gotta, with more revenue or more capital injection, you can just do more things, basically. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's up to you to decide whether you want an investment or not.
Do you think you could have got to this stage without an investor?
Well, we only got an investment mid last year, innit? So yeah, 100%. And I just think this year is going to be a madness.
Yeah.
Because of the increased capital that we have.
Of course, man. And your boy, the footballer Cyrus, is he an investor as well?
He's like a silent partner. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a silent partner, but he does a lot.
Not no more.
He does a lot. But that's we got other things that we do together as well. Anyway, so it's like we're business partners.
Because I saw him. I went on your Instagram when I was preparing for this, and I saw him post something on your Instagram. And I like football, but I'm not massively into it. But I clocked him because Fulham just got promoted, right, to the Premier League. So I've seen him on TV. I thought, I've heard he's from Cov as well. I think my boy was in like the year below, so he's a massive football fan. He told me. So yeah, man, that's sick that you got people like that. Does he bring any? Well, obviously he's a silent partner. Yeah. So have you not had the conversation with him where you're like, if you become more of a prominent figure in it?
The thing is, he's always done that, even from when we started the business, from a friend's perspective. So he's introduced us to a bag of footballers that we give goodie bags and stuff to all the time, that post and promote for us. So he's helped the business grow anyway, before he was officially a part of the business. But so he does that anyway. It's just natural, do you know what I'm saying?
So there's a brand called Fresh Ego Kid. You heard of that? That's like football oriented.
That's fully, we don't want to go down that direction, innit? But yeah, that's fully football.
I think that's an ex-footballer that made that brand.
Yeah, that Marvin.
But he's what's it? I don't know who the guy is. I don't know what his name is, but they like cater to like, like the street kind of scene, the rap scene, and that. I think like all the rappers wear it. Yeah, Foot Asylum. Is that a sly dig at that brand? Are you not rating that brand?
Nah, that's not a dig. That's not a dig still.
Because I was going to ask you later on what other UK brands you like, but we'll get to that in a sec.
That's cool.
So are you worried that it will go down that? Have you got other footballers through your boy that will wear the brand as well?
Yeah, loads. Like when we go Fulham games, everyone's wearing section.
Oh, serious? That's it.
And obviously Cyrus has been to different teams, so kind of whatever team we connect with, he's at, we connect with as well.
Yeah.
So
what's the biggest, if you don't want to say the names, it's a bit cringy. What's the biggest footballer that you know for a fact has worn it in public or even at home or in the gym or something?
You know Oscar that used to play for Chelsea?
Yeah.
Oscar.
That's a big name. Yeah. That's a big name.
Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, sick.
There's a few. Obviously Callum Wilson, but he's our boy. Like
he's from Cov as well, isn't he? Right? Who does he play for? Bournemouth.
He plays for Bournemouth. Yeah. He got called up to England. He scored for England on his debut, and he got called up again. So
you got a nice little. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got a nice little circle working for you there. Yeah. And Oscar went to China as well. So if he's repping that in China, you're going to have a bag
I think when he did it,
you know what Chinese people are like with fashion, man.
He
They're
did it when
he
was playing for Chelsea, to be fair.
Yeah, that's still big though.
We sent him some jeans and a hat, I think, or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But yeah, man.
And do you send it directly to them, or is it like an agent involved?
It depends, and like with the footballers, a lot of the time it's better to just send it to the club.
Yeah, okay, and the club will. Yeah. What, the club will actually give it?
No, so you speak to the footballer directly or their agency, but you send it to their training ground because that's where they are most of the day. Yeah. It's like sending it to work effectively, isn't it?
Okay. Sick. So what's the aim for Section in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh boy, which that's a big question.
Yeah, maybe a bit too broad.
All right. So one thing we're trying to do is we've had a few pop-up shops and stuff. We've had a pop-up shop in Chameleon. We've had one in town.
Yeah, I came to that. That's the first time I ever met you. I didn't speak to you very
Were you
much.
with Josh?
I was with Raj.
Oh, you with Raj? Oh, okay.
I was there for 10 minutes. I didn't really speak to you. I was just in the same room.
I must have been moving.
Yeah. You were like serving, like talking to customers, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just in there, like, because I still had my clothing brand, so I was just being a bit, you know what I mean, being a bit of a snoop. Yeah.
That's cool.
You know, when your mum walks around and like touches all the fabric and that, I was like, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. So we're trying to open some retail locations, but in key areas, innit? I think maybe I might do one in Coventry, but I'm looking at Birmingham, Manchester.
So just to
London
jump in
and
there,
Liverpool.
it's just online based at the minute, right?
It's online based at the minute. Like we're in a few retailers, but it's not something that we really we don't want to go that direction in it. We want to kind of have everything in house in it. So we're looking to open our own retail locations. That's something that we're planning now. I'm guessing that will start at the end of this year, start of 2020.
Yeah, and that's going to be in this city or different.
One in this city. And then Manchester. Birmingham.
Oh, sorry, you just said yeah. So, like, Coventry's not a very cool city. It's getting
we're
better.
trying to make it cool.
Okay,
and this is another thing I was telling you. Like, when people do things, more things happen. For instance, Pa getting signed will lead to more people doing music, which will lead to the city becoming cooler. You feel what I'm saying?
But is he? He's not repping Coventry though.
He is repping Coventry.
Is he repping Cov? Is he? I never heard the word Coventry. I don't know him. I've seen a few of his videos, but is he repping it?
To the fullest, bro. He's a Coventry youth, bro.
I know. If you see him, I've seen him around. Like he's about in Cov, but like in his music. I've heard a few of his tunes. Does he rep Cov?
Yeah,
you know more than me.
You probably just don't understand what he's saying. You get what I'm saying? It's that new school. You get what I'm saying? It's that new school.
Yeah. I'm old.
But he's talking frontline. He's talking all of that. Yeah, now he's repping
frontline. But if you're not from Cov, you wouldn't know what that is.
Yeah. But like even down in London, people know that. Because you got to think, there's other people like J1's doing his thing. Yeah, and he's repping Cov as well.
Yeah. Oh, he actually reps Cov, does he?
Yeah. It's probably only Jevon that does it. So out of the top 3 that are doing their thing, I'd say Jevon doesn't rep Cov at all, but Mugen does. Pa does. Yeah, they do.
Because Jevon actually has links in London though, doesn't he? So he can get away with kind of just brushing Cov. I don't know what his background is, but I know he has links. Yeah. I'm sure he has links. Yeah, he's not from London though, is he? I know he was in Cov for a while, but
I prefer not to speak.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or is that a little beef there, is it?
No beef.
Okay. I'm trying to draw out.
I like it.
Vlad TV, you know.
No, that's my boy. But,
it's your boy.
But I don't know if he reps Cov like that. I don't think he does. From who I see repping Cov, Jevon might, but from who I see repping Cov, Pa, J, Moogs rep Coventry.
And they're all killing it, to be fair.
They're all doing their thing.
All killing it. Mugen got some sort of deal with Doc Martin somehow.
Yeah, he did.
Killed it with that. Jevon got a tune with Burner, Bad Boy tune.
Yeah,
Bad Boy tune. Pa got signed the other day, apparently, from what I've seen anyway, to Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So definitely. Yeah, man. And yeah, as you said, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. The more power, the more good things that happen, the more creative things, that's all you need, bro. Like people keep on saying this Cov's not a puppet. I'm thinking, have you seen what they're doing out here?
Yeah.
From a corporate side and from a creative side.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mad.
And also a lot of what I've noticed is a lot of London students coming to Cov. So that's 100%. Only gonna help
100%.
the kind of general atmosphere of Cov.
We just haven't built a lot of things here from a business perspective. Like there's not many things here for people to do. Like when I go to London, there's a million and one things to do. You get what I'm saying? We just need to build more things here. More people with that entrepreneurial spirit needs to just take more risks.
And it is getting that way because more 100%. Students, there's more restaurants coming up, a bit more quirky shops.
That's it. That's what you need, bro.
I say all that to say, like, a lot of people, whether it's music, whatever, a lot of people just trying to brush Cov to the side. They're like, we don't need to advertise we're from Cov. We're just going to do it and get out. But you're taking the opposite stance, right?
I wouldn't I wouldn't say I go out there and say I'm from Cov, but because I just do my thing naturally. But you'll know that anyway, and I do my best to kind of work with everybody who's from where I'm from, because that's just how I've been raised anyway. So it's like Mugen, I took him to Paris on photo shoots. You get what I'm saying? I've done photo shoots with Par. So from Section's perspective, I've done things with Jev. I've done things with Jay. Like, I've always done things like that naturally. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mugen used to model some of your clothes, right?
Yeah. Like we did a shoot in Paris with like with Calvi, the guy that filmed Young Bane's what video was that? Vroom. He did Vroom.
Oh, that's a sick video.
He did
that's
Fredo's
a sick video.
BMT. He did WizKid, and he's done loads of videos. So I took Mugen out to Paris to shoot with
Bad
him.
Boy video is what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Bad Boy video.
Like, sick. And who was he with? You'll know this guy, some white guy, tall guy. He came and shot as well.
What, a model guy?
Nah, he's a videographer, but he's, what's his name?
Tall white guy.
Tall white guy.
UK based or America?
UK based, but he's a legend. He was telling me all the videos that he shot, and I was gassed.
Tall white guy that makes videos.
Oh, I can't remember his name. He
made
just
videos
shot.
as well, innit?
He
You
just
don't know.
shot young.
Tall white guy.
And Matt Buckwood, you claim that crown, mate. Claim that crown.
Roddy Rich, Young Bane and Chips video.
Oh, that's a big
Tall white guy.
Yeah.
That's annoying. I feel like I should know.
He shoots like loads of Steph Linden's videos and that. And he
I
came
know
out
all
and
the
shot.
like Grime Daily names because you always see it at the start.
Yeah, he's
like,
an old school one. I can't remember his name.
I bet if you say his name, we'll all know him.
Jammy's on it. Are you on it?
Pull the Google search out, man.
But yeah, he's sick. So took him out. Like, yeah.
And you lined that up, did you? You lined that up with him to film.
Yeah.
So what did he film for you?
So
then,
the maddest thing. So Cyrus is mates with a guy called Jeff Schlupp who plays for Crystal Palace. Jeff Schlupp is mates with this Calvi guy. The guy who I just mentioned.
Yeah.
So I said to Cyrus, I'm doing a shoot in Paris. He said, oh, I got this guy. So that's what I meant by always being involved anyway. Yeah, so like, yeah, man. That's how things all connect. Do you get me? But yeah, Cov's definitely on the rise, bro. Cov's definitely on the rise.
100%, man. 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Let me go back to the list, man. Last time I got parred for having a list, but you know what? The list keeps us going on this show, man. Without this list, we'd be fucked. What else we got to chat about? Oh, yeah. So I wanted to show some support to the brand, right? And I'm a big lad, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're a big...
Double XL.
I've had these
I've gone to the website.
Yo.
You racist bastards, man. You racist bastards.
Nah, you know
I
what
just closed it. I looked at it and thought, yeah,
You know
it's
what it
nice,
is?
but let me just close that.
I know. Sorry, bro. We're coming. That's what I said this year.
Yeah.
Everything's patterned for everybody because I struggle, bro. I'm a big boy as well. You
Serious,
get what I'm saying?
fucking hell.
I struggle as well. So like, big boys, isn't it? You get what I'm saying? The 36s, they're looking a bit tight on me as well. So I need to increase them sizes, but we're coming in it. But obviously, the majority of people ain't like us. That's why. That's just what it is.
Like, I'm just straight overweight. I can't lie. So I can't even hate on anyone for not making my size.
I can't even.
But is there like an element of like strategicness behind that? Because you don't want some fatty bum bum wrecking the brand.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'll dead your brand. I'll dead it.
It's not that at all. It's not that at all. It's just literally what makes sense business-wise.
There's not many people overweight compared to normal people. This is England though, man. There's bare overweight people. Have a heart, man.
Everyone loves a BBW. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, your missus is still watching, you know.
Yo. Oh yeah.
Unless she is a BBW, I don't know, man.
I'm joking, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nah. I'm talking about us.
40 stone gang, come on.
Talking about us,
How
bro.
much do you weigh out of interest? Because
Wow, that's a bad. I like that.
sounded
though.
bare gay, didn't it?
I rate that. How much?
Just out of interest.
I feel
interest.
like 15 or 16.
15. I'm 19 and a half stone.
Okay,
So I got a lot of weight to lose. But when I get down to it, I promise you I'm going to buy some section.
Say no more.
Because I film music videos as well, but I'm not on that boys level, what you said. I'm just like more of like a... You know, no video. It's a good video, but not like Grime Daily level. But
You shouldn't have said the price, bro. Can't now if you wanted to say a higher price to man them. No.
Yo!
If you want to say a higher price, people know it's £100. You can't really. Yeah,
Fuck.
but you could.
I'm definitely cutting that bit out. Fucking hell, that's gonna fuck me up. Yeah.
But
yeah. But why did I even say that?
Sorry, one thing I do hate to all the videographers and that is when I know you told my brethren, you charged my brethren $250 or £3 or whatever it is. Then I've hollered at you and you said, $450.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro,
yeah,
you told
yeah.
my brethren $3 though.
Yeah.
Videographers and photographers do that a lot.
Is that a bad thing? I've never done that, but I'm gonna start doing that, to be honest. I swear
No,
down.
wait. From the creator's perspective, 'cause I don't shoot videos, but I like write adverts and shit for other people as well.
Yeah.
From a creator's perspective, yeah, like, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But from a client's perspective, nah.
No, that is The only reason I say that is because London, the prices you can get away with charging more. So why not do that? I know what you're saying.
When
it's
you
a bit
say
weird.
it's all I've lost my words there, but when you say more, what's more?
What do you mean?
Like, you're saying you can get away with charging more.
I just mean, like, in London, the price for things is higher. So why not capitalise on that?
Obviously, it's all about the market size, bro.
Because you can't really, because of the way your business is, you can't you have to charge one price for everything, right?
Nah.
You don't have to.
No,
you don't.
Tomorrow, if I went on the website and I put a pair of jeans up for £300, I can do that, but it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? If my clientele changes and I start targeting a different group of people, then I can charge £300. Like corporate videos, they charge, I think, 3-4 times more than music videos.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? So it's
just
just about whoever your market is, bro.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, you're schooling me on this. Fucking
Nah, it's not a school. It's not. I'm not trying to school.
No.
You,
I'm taking this all on board, man. Of course.
My opinion, but
It's a lesson.
Nah, it's not a
Everyone
lesson,
take note, because obviously, like, my man's doing, like, he's doing well. So what would you say to, like? So first of all, for people that want to get into the fashion industry, because I personally think I tried to do it. It didn't work for me. And I just thought it's a saturated market. You go on
one
Instagram.
thing, it's very saturated. But that's why I was telling you about the... all right, cool. People are always going to need clothes. This is how people logically think of a business, innit? This is how I thought of a business when I was younger. I was like, I ain't never working for no one. Boom, boom, boom.
Have you ever had a job, by the way? Like a real job?
I had one job at establishment.
And for anyone that don't know, that's like a pub slash
pub,
bar thing. Yeah.
I worked there one shift. Man, they were telling me, yo, get on you. I'm looking at man, I'm like, he's talking to me like that. Nah. And then I had that one shift, I think I paid 30 quid. Said, nah, I ain't coming back to this. And I left. That was my one job.
Really? Wow.
Legal job, yeah.
I always, you know what, always fucking respect people like that, because I've been...
Nah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, man. I've been...
Statute of limitation,
I've been raised in like a train of thought where it's like my parents are like, right, you go to school, you go uni, you get a good job,
100%.
and then when I was 16, I had a little part-time
We're immigrants, bro. That's every immigrant's raised like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, every immigrant family is raised like that.
Where's your parents from? What
Ghana.
Ghana, okay. Because them kind of countries, they're quite strict on like education and stuff, right?
But luckily...
Traditionally.
Yeah, but luckily my mum's dad was a businessman and my dad was a businessman. So, like...
Best way to learn then, I suppose.
So they were kind of like more, they weren't really like you have to go to school. They weren't really like that, innit? Do you get me? So they kind of pushed me, to be honest. Like I always say this, my mum would be disappointed in me if I had a job.
Really?
Honestly.
Wow, so you got a different kind of backing then behind you.
Because she'll just be thinking, oh, well, I'm going to have to work.
It's
not, you know what I'm saying? I'm hopefully going to reduce her returement age. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm working, I can't do that.
My family, like, I told my dad, like, I've done little things in the past. Like when I bought my camera to make videos, he was like, "What are you doing? Why have you got a camera? What are you going to do with that?" I was like, you know what? Watch this space.
100%.
And then I work 9 to 5, but I do that on the side. I make a nice bit of money on the side at the minute, but like, people don't have that vision, like the entrepreneurial vision. Did that just come to you naturally?
Naturally, bro. Like even in school, man's was shutting cans of Coke,
sweets.
You know, it's the same hustle, hustle. Yeah, man.
Everyone started off doing that.
Yeah,
he was
man.
an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Every interview you watch on YouTube, whoever was being interviewed will say that, and that's the first way you can make money, isn't it?
Me, Harvey, Cyrus, we were doing that in school. In our year, we were doing that, and obviously we're still like that.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's a good little feeling, isn't it? It's a good little thrill,
man.
like little mini Tony Montana, like under the table, Mars bar and that. You didn't see it? Hustler kid from recess,
Do you know what's funny? Like, I remember in school, Harvey got...
Who's Harvey, by the way?
That's my business partner.
Oh, safe. Yeah.
So he got, what was that, ice pack? So obviously, I just go to Sainsbury's in the morning, just put the cans in. He got an ice pack. So obviously, people are going to him now because his cans were cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And do you know Afro Josh?
Yeah.
So Afro Josh, he killed all of us, by the way.
Oh, fucking.
So he just had like a massive like gym bag. I don't know where he went. I don't know if he had a Costco card or something like that. But he had everything. Like he had the cans, the sweets, this and that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Was this after the prohibition of sweets from schools, or was this before Jamie Oliver fucked it all up for everyone? Because there was
I can't remember. It might be. I don't think we had vending machines. I can't remember, but I feel like
Just got took out.
yeah, or they were healthy or some bullshit. Like so no one could get, no one had access.
Oh, so you were in that kind of that
I was
era.
in that area.
The black market.
Yeah, the black market. The market was open. Like everyone was just like, yeah. Everyone was on it. I remember that, man.
Yeah, because I remember there was one day when like the vending machine just went missing. Turkey Twizzlers went missing.
Did they have Five Alive? Did you have Five Alive? The cans we had Five
Alive. They weren't really. They weren't really.
You know what I'm talking about?
They were like Sunny D kind of thing, right?
They were. I can't remember. They were cans, but
55 is it that one?
Nah,
No,
Five Alive. But
bro.
that wasn't. That was more like a unhealthy drink, weren't it? Five
nah,
Alive?
I think it was supposed to be the healthy version.
But was it fuck?
It was.
That
dead.
was just
It
their
dead.
little plan. It was dead.
Yeah.
So you made a killing off that.
I wouldn't say killing, but man, I had donuts after school.
When I was younger, I had hatred for Jamie Oliver. I thought, you know what, this guy's just dead and everything. But now I rate him. I fully rate the get rid of sugar because it's toxic, man. It's
100%.
toxic. Not to get onto a preachy one.
I
I know. Look what he turned me into, man. Look what he turned me into, man.
Us, man.
What were we talking about before that? Fucking hell.
We were talking about.
You were saying you were hustling at school, entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah,
that's
we were
the
talking
one.
about that.
And you're lucky to have
my parents.
parents.
So my parents were.
Yeah, man.
They've been like that.
It's true, man. Because the only person I know that's really in the entrepreneurial side of things is my cousin, and his uncle owns a business, and he's just learned everything from him. And you can see when you look at him, like where his head is and where he's going. You can obviously because I know his dad as well, so you can just see how like it filters down to him.
100%.
And that just goes to say, like, if you've got a shit dad or like a dad that ain't, you know what I mean? Like, it's so lucky. What you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I always think like things are obviously everyone's a product of their environment.
100%.
But it's like you can take different things from your environment in it. So if, for instance, I've only realised this later on in my life that because my dad was always like, my dad weren't about, but obviously I knew what he was doing. So subconsciously, that's in my head. Do you know what I'm saying? Like my granddad, I didn't really meet him, but my mum would tell me he did this and he built roads in Ghana and this and that. So I'm thinking, yo, that sounds hard. Like,
yeah.
So subconsciously, I'm thinking on them realms. You know what I'm saying? And so I only just connected that recently, later on in my life. Obviously, that was an important aspect of my growing up or whatever. Yeah.
It's important, man. It's important to have that blueprint. But do you think, in this day and age, do you reckon someone can have no, like, let's just say, for example, like, you just by yourself in your room, you've just got an idea and a dream. Do you think nowadays with the internet and all this stuff, you can just make anything happen?
You can make anything happen. And we're like, in this generation, we're the luckiest generation, I'm telling you, because you could just do anything. Yeah. My dad will always tell me, like, you got to think, even as a black person back in the day, you've got even more levels to kind of climb up.
100%.
So if you're poor and you're not even just black of colour, you've got more levels to kind of climb up. Now the black thing ain't really that deep, really.
It's still like there's still obstacles, but it's nowhere near as bad. Yeah.
I don't really feel them. Like when I speak to my parents, I'm like, I don't really feel no obstacles in my way. I feel like I can.
That's good though that you.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't really. When I speak to black people now, no one's really talking like. I don't want to.
You see it on the internet so much though.
America's different, bro.
Yeah,
America's different.
But even on Twitter though, if you go on Twitter and you see a lot of black people talking about that, and obviously I'm not black, so I don't really know. But you're saying that you don't feel that. I think that's good. I think that's good though.
No, it is good. No, it is good. No, obviously I see it. I know there's certain things like if I'm on a call. But I don't think that's black, to be honest. Let me not say that.
You mean like using slang and things like that?
Yeah, I don't think that's black. I think that's just, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on a call. But I don't know. I don't really feel it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel it from like police and all of that, but I think that's kind of normal and that will always be there. But I don't really feel it in any other dimensions, career-wise and stuff like that.
That's good, man.
Like my investors are white, old white men.
Yeah. Oh, serious?
You get what I'm saying?
That must feel good, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? But they're old white men.
Yeah. That is good.
They're
That's
definitely
good,
not
man.
going to
That's
listen to this
good.
podcast.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, now like, I don't really feel that. I don't really feel it. I went to LA last year.
Serious? What was that,
summer.
business or pleasure road?
It's pleasure still.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, I went to LA in the
I
summer.
need to get there ASAP, man.
Yeah, like wavy. But I felt it more there. Like I felt a bit cool. But then we was in sort of a place where we're with obviously athletes and musicians and all of this. So everyone's black and they're all rich and all of this. But the police are white and they got straps. And I'm thinking, could it go off? I've heard a lot of stories about this. Is it gonna go off now? But nah. And another thing in America, because people do have guns, I've seen less, like, you know, when you go to a club, there weren't no fights or nothing. Because it's like, I'm thinking in my head, if someone's about to fight, someone's going to pull out a strap or do something mad. So everyone's kind of like, it was mad.
So you've been to America and seen...
Yeah, everyone's kind of scared.
What's your view on guns then, seeing as you've been in that atmosphere and seen it? Because I think, if I had a gun in England, I don't think there'd be a lot of situations that would scare me. But I do not want to pull the gun out and use it because I don't want to have to go to court and have to, like, battle my innocence. But I think, like, it would psychologically, you'd be a much... more of a fearless person.
Do you reckon?
I think
I'd be more scared. If I knew guns
it'll get to my head, I reckon. I'll be like that in Sainsbury's and that, like, yo.
Nah, you gotta think, like,
where's my goodie bag, bro?
You gotta think, if we're in a room like this,
I want 4 hoodies now, bro.
Yo, that's romantic. Now you gotta think, if we're in a room now, yeah, but guns are legal,
yeah,
and you were certain man who are on an illegal thing, certain man that are on a legal thing, yeah, but we've all got guns.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that room, really.
Yeah.
Like, what if I piss you off? Like, or someone texts you like, you know, Sam was with your girl last night. Oh, I'd never do that. But like, someone was with you, this and that. What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to be like, I'd rather like, what? They were fighting or whatever it is, but that gun thing's a bit mad.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
Psychologically, I'd feel more like, I would feel safer, but in reality, I'd probably get into much worse situations, like day to day.
I'll be working at 8.
Yo, like, I get pissed off when I'm driving. Move over, bro.
Yeah, man, you need to elaborate more on this holiday because that sounds lit. You with athletes, musicians, you're in LA, the sun's beating down. Who were you with then, out of interest? Was it just a link up with the rich man them? Like, we don't have these kind of holidays. We were trying to go to Amsterdam for about 4 years. Still ain't happened.
Where did we go? Newcastle.
We went Newcastle. That was like Ibiza for us. We were like, we're on the M6. We're not in Cove. Newcastle's lit.
Newcastle's hard, bro. Don't doubt Newcastle.
Newcastle's sick.
Who was I with? I went with Cyrus, Callum, Jordan.
And just to butt in, sorry, are they known in America? Because they're still Premiership.
Nah, but everyone in LA is famous.
Oh, okay.
Like we were on tables. Kendall Jenner's on the table next to us.
Fuck.
Like everyone was famous. Like
what were the famous people you see in there?
Try and shot her a too.
I would have done.
Nah, she was with her, I think it's her man Ben
How much
Simmons.
bodyguards she would have had?
You know what? It weren't. Nah, it weren't. That's what I mean. Like LA, because there's so many famous people. There weren't really bodyguards and stuff in it. Like I seen Odell Beckham.
Who's that?
He plays NFL. Yeah, met some mad people out there.
What are the clubs like there compared to England?
They shut early, but normally,
Serious?
normally people have after parties. So it's kind of
yeah.
I didn't go to none.
You didn't go to no after parties. Good lad.
Early
night, yeah. You're with the athletes. They don't want to drink too much.
Yeah.
Good lad. Responsible lad.
Yeah, train in the morning.
Responsible lad.
To be fair, no cap. The guys got up every morning and went training.
What, are they on holiday?
Is
that because they're that serious about their football?
That's the difference. That's the difference.
Really? And is that the standard in Premier League football, do you reckon, from what you've heard from them say? Or
the people that make it to the top, your mentality has to be that way. That's it.
Do they ever get fed up?
I don't want to speak for them. I don't think so, but I think there's a lot more issues in sport than people would know because there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
sometimes, most of the time, you're the person that's feeding your whole family.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that come with
And the
being an
fame as
athlete.
well, not being able to walk anywhere without getting stopped 10 minutes for a... you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
100%, 100%. There's a lot of things to it. Yeah, man.
But quickly, because the
Go on.
time's
Yeah, I
running
know,
out, we ain't talked about music, so...
Yeah, man.
How did your collab with Jay Spades come about? Because that was a big collab back then.
I would have been young. I would have been 20.
'Cause he was popping. Now he's a bit
21.
quieter, but he was
Yeah.
popping back then.
Yeah, and I
He
remember...
really was.
The maddest thing is I remember I used to think, yo, this is going to put me on. Obviously, that weren't the case, but... yeah, it came about through one of our other mates who's mates with him and just that normal sort of...
Yeah.
Connection.
He's bare small,
yeah.
by the way. You know, I thought he was about 6'5".
He's
Yeah,
tiny,
I've
bro.
met him in a club before. He's bare small,
Yeah,
but
he's
he's proper
tight.
safe. Yeah,
Yeah, he's cool, bro.
he stood on my trainer in a club.
You ready to
And-
smash it?
No.
Yeah, imagine if Ollie had the strap.
This was like 2010, 2011. I was a big Jay Spades fan, but he was kind of underground.
Yeah.
I paid to go to a nightclub by myself because none of my uni boys were like, "What's a Jay Spade?" I was like, "Fuck you, lot.
It's a drink.
Go listen to your dubstep. I'm going to Jay Spades." Yeah, I paid to go VIP, so I'm just there by myself. He's brought all his like hood guys with him from like I think from Hackney or wherever, and he was standing in front of me. He stood on my trainer. Bear in mind, like, he's come up to here on me, yeah, but still, big Jay Spades, yeah. He looks up to me and went, "Yo, I'm so sorry, man."
Yeah, he thought you were the security.
I fully rated him, you know. Nah, yo.
He's thinking, yo, sorry, bro.
Nah, I'm a proper calm guy.
Yeah,
I never
joking,
would have been like,
joking,
"What, he's stepping
joking,
on my
joking.
trainer?" But I was just so like you are like a blessed guy. Like,
Yeah.
you do not, because you're a rapper, you do not feel any way where you have like most rappers would have been like probably embarrassed. Like they would have been like, "I can't be seen saying sorry to some random white guy." You know what I mean? Like he was just fully real. Like,
Yeah.
you know, "I'm sorry, man." And I just spoke to him for 10 minutes. So, like, he's a safe guy, man. Just
He's
from that
cool,
one
man.
encounter, he's just a cool
100%,
guy,
yeah,
man.
no.
You doing standing so close to him?
Huh?
He was trying to get
I was a
autograph,
groupie.
bro.
I was fucking all in their business. There's one picture on the internet, yeah. Because
In the corner.
you know who was there? I swear on my life, Jeremiah was there from America.
Yeah.
Crepton Conan was there. Cash Tastic was there before he got deported. Stylo G was there. Jay Spades. I paid for VIP.
That sounds like a lit show.
There was
They
no
were
one
popping
in there, you
back
know.
then as well.
I've got a picture with all of them, you know, and I'm in the middle with like a glass of Courvoisier like that. That picture, I need to bring it back because I look like the man. I look like the man. You know when you see like rap videos and there's like one white guy, you're like, "He must be
he's
a
the
boss.
guy, he's the
He
guy."
must be a boss." That was me, man. I was living my best life for one night, and that picture's gone. I don't know where it went. It was on like one of them, you know, in the club post pictures from the photographer.
Yeah.
It was on one of there. I don't know what the club was called. It's gone.
Save it.
Huh?
You didn't save it.
I didn't even save it, you know. I don't know what I was doing.
No, you're that guy. Yeah, I didn't say
back
that
to
picture.
MySpace.
Yo,
Yeah, on my face.
cheers, sweet.
But yeah, man, we
man.
need to wrap the podcast
That's cool,
up, man.
bro. That's
I'm
cool.
sorry, we had so much stuff.
know.
We should do a take two, really,
That's
on
cool, man.
this.
It's been fun, bro.
Is there anything you want to
Talk
finish
about.
it off
Yeah,
with?
well, obviously, I'm kicking back up on my music, innit?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I've literally just been working, just been in the studio. I got songs. Me and Pa got songs. Me and J1 got some songs.
That's decent.
Me and Mugen got some songs. Yeah, man. Just literally been working. So I'm going to be releasing my first single in a couple months.
And are you mixing the business with the music, or is it two separate hustles? Or?
It's separate, but like I'm using a lot of connections that I've built up
so
over
you
the
should.
years
Yeah.
to kind of help build up the career a bit
Yeah.
faster in it. So
Yeah.
this time round, it's going to be a bit mad, I think. Everything's looking promising. I've been in London, I had a few meetings and this
Yeah.
and that, so it's looking
Sick,
a bit
man.
mad.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
going to wait till things...
Yeah, of course, man, of course. So what's your aim with music then? Obviously you're doing well in business. Do
Yeah.
you want to match? Do you want to be like a Jay-Z type character where you got it all popping up?
Jay-Z's been my idol. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that's kind of how I've always thought about things. And like, ironically, Jay-Z coming to the game when he was 26, innit? And I'm 25. And I
Yeah.
remember him, I always used to think, he always used to talk about learning stuff from business,
Yeah.
which helped elevate his career quicker. And that's what I want to do, innit? Do you get
Sick,
me?
man.
So It's funny. Nate's been recording me, bro. Like, I don't know if you probably won't know my first song that I put out back in the day. What was it called? Nate will know. Oh, what was it called? Hustling. You wonon't know, and it was on Roots TV. Do you remember Roots TV?
Roots TV. Yeah.
I put a Nate recorded that. I would have been like 17, bro.
Yeah,
that's mad. And he's there now.
Were you on? Because you, for anyone that don't know, there was like a group called GSM. They were straight grime. They were killing it in Cov.
Hey,
you were linked with
to
them.
the D, and I'm cutting MCs like steak in a pie. Hey,
what?
Are you mad?
Even to this day, when I see Acid, I get a little bit starstruck. Not even on a gay flex. I'm just like, ACI to the D.
Do you know what's mad about? This is what I keep telling you about. I think, low key, Cov's a special place, innit? But it's just not had. You know what it is? It's just a time thing, innit? And the things that are happening now is from things that have happened in the past.
If them lot had came about now, they would have popped off.
The generation that we had then, like, they didn't make it out of Cov, innit?
That's
they didn't make it out of Cov.
But they didn't have. See, that's what I'm saying. They didn't have what we've got now.
They barely had MySpace, really.
They didn't have nothing, bro. They literally just. It was mad. But yeah, that generation, because obviously we were kids, so like I was spitting back then.
Yeah.
But I was like the youngers with Jammy and that. And they would, to us, we thought like, that's who we used to bang, like real talk. Like we used to listen to them, how man them listen to bloody whoever they listen to now.
100%.
Fredo and that, like literally we used to listen to them how they man them listen to Fredo.
A lot of people don't realise, man. You could have put a Cov footballer and a Cov MC. Yeah. I would have been straight to the Cov MC, man. The Cov footballer, like
100. I think
that's what it was like, honestly, man. I swear down.
Yeah, 100%. Like, but yeah, we grew up on them, man. And I was in GSM. I was a younger in GSM.
Yeah, they were killing it. To be fair,
man. Like it was just mad. I just remember them days. That was mad. Just used to spit. We used to. He's gonna kill me. I'm bad with names. Short white boy. Used to go to his house. Pez. He's gonna kill me.
Big up Pez, man.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me.
Of course, man. Pez did a lot for Cov music.
That's my guy, though. That's my. I'm just bad with names, innit? But yeah, we used to go to his yard and spit, bro. And I think he's one of the first people that recorded me spitting.
He's got bare
he would have good in it. Like, yo, I was just mad. Like, remember Dane as well? Yeah. Dane was the hardest. Dane? You won't know. He just But he was the hard, like my age, innit? My year, he was the hardest, bro. He's the hardest, but yeah, he disappeared.
Dane, never heard of Dane.
You had Firm, so you had Firm.
Oh, Firm, yeah.
You had then Illustrate.
They were killing it. Gridlock was my favourite, to be honest. And you know what?
Are you serious?
Swear down. Yo. It's the comeback kid, Eddie.
Yo, guys, see you later.
Flip the table.
I'm joking. The maddest thing is I live near Gridlock Ends.
Yeah.
So
and you know what was sick as well?
Then that clash, innit? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. You know what was mad? Every MC back in that day as well, yeah.
Regime
and Grid. We can't spit them bars, but
it was real as well. Like
it was sick, man. I remember.
These guys didn't fuck around either. Like
no, they were
people were getting stabbed.
They were really living that life.
Yeah. There really was.
Yo, it's mad because like the stories people telling, I'm thinking, yo, these guys were actually living what they were talking, and we were like watching it, like raw. And I went to school with. I don't want to say it. I went to school with Illustrate, with the Illustrate boys.
Yeah.
So I went to school with the Illustrate.
They're doing live, two of them now as well.
Yeah. So
mad.
Yeah.
They were safe as well. I didn't when I saw that in the paper, I thought I didn't know them that well, but I met them a few times and I thought what you did don't matter.
In a different that weren't environment. I think at that time I would have lived in Hillfields.
So CV Tugs area. It was mad. It was mad when you actually think about it.
I'm gassing. I moved to Wyking. That's when I met you, man, innit? So I moved to Wyking. So I think I lived in Wyking at them times. GSM, Wyking, yeah.
It was mad, and there was a bandana phase as well. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember being
the blue back. Was it the
I remember, because we was in C.M, me, Jammy, and I remember there was a serious debate. Like, yo, all the good colours have been taken, man. What are we gonna do? There was like yellow and pink left, and we were like, is it worth it? What are we gonna do?
That's jokes, bro.
Serious when you're young, like that sort of shit just pops up.
That's jokes, bro.
fuck.
Mixing and matching.
And then,
Green, red and blue.
I remember because Gridlock was orange, right? And one of my boys who I was good mates with, I remember I went town with him and he went scud, and he bought 10 orange bandanas, and he was like going to re-up, you know what I mean? Like,
that man were actually using the bandanas, bro. That's probably why most man are in pen.
Big up, big up the old Cov MCs, man, because you lot really should have had more. If it was 10 years later, you would have really shone. You would have shone, man. You really would have.
I don't know who, my brethren Joel, but I don't know what his rap name. Menace, yeah.
Hard.
Menace and Terror. They were the hardest.
Yeah.
I think they were like, because their man had lyrics, bro. Like they
were sick. They were the full package, really.
Yeah.
From what I heard, they were kind of a bit rough. And they were sick MCs. They were like the full
sick,
package,
bro.
Man.
They were, in terms of the music thing, just from the music thing, they were the best, bro. Like,
they were sick.
You get me? And then obviously CV Tugs were hard as well.
It was always live when you did the fucking birthday sets at the Herbert Art Gallery, man. Remember
I didn't go to any birthday sets.
No,
Herbert Art Gallery.
I was too young, my mum wouldn't let me out.
Nah. Oh, is that the same? Yeah, is that like Hills FM kind of vibe?
Everyone, yeah.
But it was like every crew was there.
Yeah, it's mad.
Like,
really?
People would just spit bars, and it was like they would get like an hour and a half long beat.
Because
just spit bars, and then Combat and Vicious were both there, and they were sort of
serious.
Yeah.
Yo,
okay.
How have I forgot about Vicious, bro?
And their man just absolutely
Vicious. The thing is,
back.
Vicious was young though.
Yeah,
this is what's mad. Vicious was younger than all of them, innit? Vicious was the hardest.
Yeah, he had a big. What was that tune? Soundboy get punched at him.
Yeah.
That was a banger.
He spat that
Yeah.
I'll have to upload it.
Because Gridlock was kind of like segregated. They had beef with everyone.
Gridlock just had beef for everyone.
And everyone else was kind of like linked up, weren't they? Them days were so sick, man. Them days were so sick.
They made the scene interesting.
They made it interesting. Man.
You always kind of need an enemy, innit? You get what I'm saying? They were 6'9".
That's what. You know what?
Literally 6'9".
6'9's on my list to talk about as well. Man. What are you saying? I was with someone the other day, yeah, and I personally, like, I'm not a gangster, and therefore I don't fucking do gangster shit. I just live a normal life, yeah. So I don't rate at all. Yeah. Yo, I do not rate one bit. People are like, oh well, if you were 6'9", you would snitch. No, if I was 6'9", I wouldn't do stupid shit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do stupid shit. So fuck 6'9", you're a waste man, yeah. And I don't rate his music anyway. I wouldn't listen to him now. I just can't rate him. But I was with someone the other day and I said to him, like, I bet you'll still listen to his music. And he looked at me and went, yeah, I will. And I just thought, you know what? I'm not a gangster, but I just can't rate that kind of shit.
No, but...
What do you think about this?
What do I think about it? I think probably 25% of the people you listen to probably have done some wild shit. Someone might have done something... Someone might have raped someone, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? We still listen to their music. That's all I can say about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, no cap, yeah? Obviously, I had to make sure this R. Kelly shit was true to make my decision. Because I'm thinking, yo, this guy's made some of my favourite songs ever. For real, bro. Like, yo, so before I stopped listening to that shit forever, like, I ain't heard that R. Kelly song since that shit really come out. And I seen it, I thought,
Michael Jackson's next by the look.
Nah, but Michael Jackson, yeah? All right, cool. I got my theory on this. All right, interesting. So I used to be... Fun fact, I used to be scared of Michael Jackson when I was a kid.
Don't blame me for that,
No gas.
The white Michael Jackson, because he looks hideous, man. He looks hideous.
I swear that I don't know why. My mum told me, I didn't even know. She said you used to be scared of Michael Jackson when he'd come on the TV. I think it's Thriller. I think I was scared of Thriller or something. I can't remember. But how much time have we got?
We good, man. I just need to swap cards in a little bit.
Cool. So I was scared of Michael Jackson. Bro, I can understand why he's weird. Bro, he's the most famous person ever. We're talking about a few little footballers being a bit... he's the most famous person
in the world. Ever. Apparently.
You can't even go anywhere. If he steps in here now, we'd all be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone knows who your face is. Like, you can't... You're gonna be messed up. You're gonna be messed up mentally. You're gonna have issues. And he's been... famous since he was 5.
And I heard on the Joe Rogan
crazy,
show,
bro.
I heard that for like a little treat, his team would like pay normal people, like actors, to go to a supermarket. They'd book the supermarket and they just pay people to like pretend to go shopping. and he would go there. That's sad, man. That's really sad because he can't go anywhere.
Of course it's sad, bro. Like, so imagine growing up your whole life like that, and you've been going on world tours since you were 5. Your brothers have probably been bringing you out, beating them. You're seeing this since you're a child, bro. You're gonna be messed up. So there's a difference for me being messed up and being a pedophile, innit? I don't know if he's a pedophile yet. He might actually be, but I don't know. But people kind of basing him being a pedophile off him being weird. Yeah. But I understand him being weird because he lives in a completely different thing than us normal people have lived in. Do you get what I'm saying?
But it is, no matter how famous you are, having like a fascination on young boys will always be weird.
No, of course, bro.
It'll always be really weird.
Of course, but...
And the way he did it as well, the way he did it was really weird.
But if you look at him as an artist, I don't know. When it comes to artistry, yeah, we don't see things as weird, innit? All right, cool. We don't see things as weird. We just think, oh, they're an artist. That's why they're doing that. But it's still weird shit. Yeah, because you got to think of that. Someone has to think. Quentin Tarantino is the weirdest guy out there. Do you know what I'm saying? So imagine what he's doing backyard.
Yeah.
Really and truly, because you have to think mad to be able to do them things, bro. Yeah.
But there's being mad. I know what you're saying.
I'm not. If he is a pedophile, then fuck everything I'm saying right now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But in terms of him being weird, I understand him being weird
because he's how can you expect a person that's never lived a normal life to be like you, to be normal,
to be like you? That's all it is. Do you get what I'm saying?
It isn't fair to judge him, but I just think my gut instinct is I never listen. He's before my time. I never listened to his music. My family, from what I remember, didn't really listen to him, so I have no connection to him.
Okay, cool.
I just thought my man's weird, just from the surgery and the voice and all that shit. I just never gravitated
even that.
But
him. Even that, like, I always look at the reasoning behind things, innit? So, like, obviously, Michael Jackson, he's made himself white. I don't know if he was trying to make himself white or whatever, but do you know what he has? Because he's changed his features. They used to say it was like a skin thing, but no, he changed his whole features, bro. You get what I'm saying? So from him doing that, I'm thinking, why did he do that? Something must have. Do you know what I'm saying? Something must have happened. You don't just randomly wake up one day like, oh. So there's reasonings behind all of this, innit? Him having a fascination with kids is weird, and it's very strange. But is there? I don't know.
It's weird.
Does that mean he was sleeping with the kids? Like, having...
Yeah.
You know, understand?
I just think, like, if you have kids around your house with their parents there...
But how can you be that famous, bro? Yeah. How can you be that famous and there's no proof that you've done anything?
Yeah, but it's before cameras and all this stuff. And obviously he would have taken precautions in his own house to make sure. Apparently someone said, I'm just getting all this information from other podcasts, that he had something where when he had something put in his hallway leading up to his bedroom so that when people walked down the thing, it would make like an alarm in his room and it would be like a doorbell. So he had like a sensor telling him when someone was coming close to the room, and he had kids in the room. All these things.
Have you watched the documentary?
I don't want to watch it yet. I want to wait because I feel like there's going to be there's going to be another documentary which will have. Because I've listened to podcasts when they're talking about it. Some podcasts are like, nah. Some podcasts are like, this documentary's chatting shit. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't want to watch it yet. That R. Kelly thing, I can, when I'm looking at him now, I know he's a nasty guy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Be honest, yeah. When you saw that interview of him crying, did you feel
like,
a little bit bad for him? What did you think?
Nah, I thought you were a dickhead, bro. When I seen that, it finally cemented it. Like, you're a sicko, bro. Because like that reaction is just that's like when you've done something wrong when you're a kid and Mum, no, I didn't do it.
Yeah. And he looked, he clocked the camera as well. He clocked the camera and thought, yeah, this is my angle, you know. This is my time to shine.
Yo.
Boom. But you know what? I'm just glad that I never listened to R. Kelly growing up. I never listened to Michael Jackson. I got no connection to him.
No, I did, bro.
I think a lot of people, they don't want to believe that these guys are doing this stuff because they have such a... R. Kelly played a part in their life.
I believe that. Like, bro,
I never liked that.
I grew up listening to R. Kelly's music. It's in my house. All of this type of stuff. So it's attached to memories of growing up, innit? Which is it's annoying. It's annoying. Yeah. But he's a waste man, so man.
So he's deleted off the the Spotify and all of that.
Yeah, I don't know if he's deleted. Nah, he's deleted.
Because it's one of them, like, do you know DVS's from the UK?
Yeah. I remember something mad happened with him.
Yeah,
though.
he was like UK rap, like he was sick, gonna blow. He was half blown,
Yeah.
and then he got done for like 23 years or something for like he kept a girl hostage, burnt her with an iron, raped her.
Yeah, that's just sick shit.
You know what?
Yeah, you could get locked off real quick as soon as that happens.
One of his new tunes came out the other day, and I listened to it once, and I was like, I just can't gravitate towards him the same.
Yeah, bro. If you've done shit and like we know that you've done shit, then you're cancelled, innit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're cancelled.
But to say that though, I need to make a confession.
Go on.
He's got a new song out. I listened to it just because it popped up on YouTube, and I've played it a few times, and now like I'm playing his song, and I know that he done a horrible thing, but for some reason I can still listen to that one song. I don't listen to any of his other songs really. So I'm dissing people for listening to 6ix9ine, but then I'm doing the same sort
but like,
of
so that's where we started the conversation. We're talking about snitching, yeah?
Yeah.
So you were saying you can't listen to a man if they're snitching, basically. Is that what you're
I just don't rate the whole angle what he's done. You know what I mean?
I don't rate him snitching.
Especially in that caliber.
I think snitching's dead. I think if you're gonna do it, you take the time, whatever. But I think he's a character anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? I didn't take him too seriously. If Tupac was snitching, then it'd be different.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But
for him, he just seemed like a TV character, sort of.
And do you reckon he can come back out and like rebrand himself? You think?
Yeah, like I said, he's a TV character.
Yeah.
People didn't take him like you're not listening to 6ix9ine to get some real like. If Meek Mill snitched, then
it'd be a lot.
You know what I'm
different.
saying?
Yeah,
but 6ix9ine, he's a joke man anyway. Well, not a joke man.
Nah,
but
he's got like if he was in a room with her, you'd have a laugh with him. He's a funny guy. He's got charisma.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he's like
charismatic.
Exactly. So I'm not taking him for a real guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. If I did crimes, I would never do a crime with 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, bro? So,
and what's your take on the whole? You're doing criminal activities and then you're rapping about it, because a lot of people do that, especially in the UK, especially.
But because I don't think they're doing it, bro.
You know, I think like there's a certain caliber of people that are maybe like 1 in 10. Yeah,
there'll be if you're really out here doing stuff, are you going to talk about it?
There's people in Cov that do it. I ain't going to say their names, but there's a few people that you hear are doing stuff and they're rapping. I think
the younger people will do it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just ignorance, though, I think. Yeah. But I think if you're a certain level and you're a certain age, you're not... You know what I'm saying? It depends how deep in it you are as well, innit? Do you get me? Because obviously we've all grown up on rappers from America and even England who talk about the roads and this and that, but we don't know if they're still on the roads or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. It depends.
Like,
I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's
I would not be able to sleep at night at all. You know, like doing a crime, I'd find it hard to sleep at night. You know what I mean? I ain't really on that kind of 100%. Stuff, but like rapping about it as well, you're asking for trouble, man. You
know what though? Like, this is what I think. This is where I think people paint. I don't know. Some people see rappers as TV characters, and some people see rappers as like what they're saying as law. Do you get what I'm saying? So depending on how you see them will determine how you think about it. I mainly see them as TV characters. There's a few people which I believe in their principles and what they're saying, but most of us see as TV characters.
But like 6ix9ine's and Rick Ross as well, they're branding themselves as something, and in reality, they're the total opposite. And I just think that's really weird, because imagine, this is what I always compare it to. Imagine me buying a doctor's lab coat from eBay and going and standing in front of doctors, in front of hospitals, putting a camera in front of me and being like, like when we do this surgery, I'd be branded as like a weird person. And they're doing the same thing. I think that's really strange.
But don't you think it's Hollywood? I just see it as Hollywood. I just see it as they're literally like movie characters. That's how
they are.
Because when I've seen rappers and that as movie characters growing up, really, I haven't seen it as law. Probably apart from Tupac.
But apparently even he wasn't like a
but I even know he was a movie character in a way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was.
But he had certain principles which he probably did actually believe in. But because really and truly, if you're going to be a normal guy, like say you're doing the music thing now, and you're going in as Sam, who works at Walker's Crisps, and I'm just that's my rap character.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not really entertaining, is it?
Yeah,
Do you know
course,
what I'm saying?
course,
so
yeah,
man, then
yeah.
put a spin on it, like,
Yeah.
yo, Sam works in Walker's. Then he did a lick at Walker's.
Yeah.
then he took over Walker's. Like,
He burnt down the McCoy's
Oi,
fucking
and
factory,
then-
you know,
yeah.
lit everyone up in there.
that's what people are. And I was like, bro, if you're a rapper or any sort of creative, your thought patterns like that anyway. You think about things like in the most creative way you can think about it. It's not like, yeah, I went to the studio, I stood in front of the mic and spat. It was like, nah, I was smoking a blunt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Bitch,
Yo,
bad bitch,
there was a
yeah.
bad B over there. And like, yo, you make it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But saying that though, your
man.
music ain't like that, is it really?
My music ain't like
You
that.
don't fabricate that
Nah,
kind of
I
shit.
talk what, but I still do it in a more entertaining way than if I was just sitting with my mum telling my mum like, yeah, I
'Cause
did this today
I
at
reckon
work.
everyone's human to an extent. You have to eat breakfast, you have to go to the bathroom,
Course.
you have to take your kids to school if you got
Course.
kids. Like, you can't really make that gangster
Yeah, you can't
unless
really-
you're buying lobster every dinner. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you're just
same.
sipping champs in the morning. You ain't doing that.
But see,
Like,
see, that's a hard bar though. Yeah, I woke up and I sipped some shouts. That's
Innit?
hard. I
And
want to
these
hear
rappers
that.
ain't
I wanna
drinking
hear that shit, though.
champagne, man.
But I want to hear that though. I don't want to hear like I woke up and I had breakfast. Like, that's a bit boring. Like,
got my 5 a day.
that's why Pete and Baz.
Yeah, they're sick. They're actually good rappers, though.
They're actually good
sick
rappers, but they've got a character.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they might actually be like that completely
I
as
would.
people.
They're the biggest mystery since like the Bermuda Triangle. I swear down. Are
They
they
might actually
like
be
that? Or
like
what?
that. I don't know, but I know plenty of old white guys that talk like that and move like that. So it seems very real to me. You get what I'm saying?
Lordy,
Who's Lordy?
he does like the £5 munch. He used
I
to
know,
film
yeah,
all
£5. Yeah,
Big
I know.
Nasty's Uncle Payne's.
Yeah.
He kind of brought them up. Well, he was like the one that first started filming them.
Yeah.
And he put a tweet out saying like one of them is away shortly, like hinting that he went to prison. So I reckon they're actually like old geezers that are like,
They're
let's make
on
a
it.
bit of
They
money.
were actually on it, yeah.
Let's learn
Because they're
this.
saying certain things where like, yo, you need to, how do you know about that? Unless someone's writing their bars.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Regardless.
Let's
innit?
learn this urban rap, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
How do we do this then?
But
Let's make a
even
bit
with
of
their
money.
ad-libs and that, I'm thinking, raw, these were...
That new tune, Dent in the Peugeot, their flow
Hard.
is impeccable.
Hard.
Impeccable.
That tune's
and their
hard.
voice, everything. They're better than certain drill rappers, I think. They've got
100%,
more
bro.
skill. They got more
They
skill.
got more skill in it
than a lot of drill rappers. But what
they
sort
got a lot of experience, isn't they?
Yeah,
Like 60, 70 years.
Trust me. But what kind of UK or what kind of music do you listen to? Like, do you listen to a lot of stuff? Or
I listen to a mad variety. You know what? Man, I'm just going to Spotify real quick. Alright, so what have I got? J. Cole's my favourite rapper, innit?
Oh, okay. J.
That's
Cole.
like the sort of vibe that I listen to. My Spotify isn't loaded, but I still listen to Fredo. Dave's album was one of the best albums I've heard. UK album I've heard.
I'm not listening to that yet.
Home Sweet Home is my favourite UK album ever. Kano. Then
Did you see him at Godiva all them years ago?
Yeah. Legendary,
Sick
the
moment,
legendary.
sick
I
moment.
think that Dave album, Dave gives me Kano vibes in terms of like quality of music. Obviously, Fraser T. Smith's behind Dave, and he did Kano's Home Sweet Home as well. So I hear that now. You get what I'm saying? He's the one that's talking in the album. That's Fraser T. Smith.
Is that like
yeah.
a therapist or something?
It's like therapist,
Motivational speaker. or
therapist
something.
thing. Yeah. So Dave,
Does he do that for a living, or is that like a?
who Fraser T. Smith? He's a producer, bro.
Oh,
He's the one that he produced.
He works with like Adele and all these people.
Yeah, he's
doesn't
a
he?
massive producer. Yeah. Who have I got? I got D Block Europe,
Sick,
Rate
killing
them.
it.
Offset.
No, I don't like Migos too much. You know,
I
that's that weird flow
Yeah.
they got. I don't know.
I got Tupac, obviously. D
Yeah,
for
Tupac,
Love.
my favourite rapper.
My second favorite rapper is Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah,
I just
he's sick, man,
Like,
sick.
I just
Oh.
believe in what he does.
When he sold the mixtapes for $1,000, Jay-Z bought them all. That's mad.
Trust
mad.
me. Kano, Wyclef.
Wyclef Jean.
Yo, it's a mad thing. Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher, Ariana Grande.
Oh no!
Like, yo,
no.
that's hilarious still. Georgia Smith, J. Cole. Yeah, just a proper
All that
varied.
kind of
Just
same
varied,
vibe.
yeah.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
But what influences you? Everything or just
What in terms of music or life? Music.
music first? Yeah.
What artist wise or artist
What?
wise?
So
What influences
What
me?
artist influenced you, and what influences you to make music?
Jay-Z's my biggest influence musically, because in terms of life, I want to be a businessman, but also a creative in it.
And he's mastered both. He's impeccably.
Yeah,
he's not a little
the master
dabble.
of it. You know what I'm saying?
Diddy's
a
as much as he's a businessman,
I think.
his music, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's got a few bangers.
Yeah, but Diddy sold, at one point, Diddy had sold more records than Jay-Z. At one point.
Is that because he's like, well, how?
From like the albums that he had been a part of, he'd sold.
So it's not really his song, though. It's like,
but I'm saying he's a genius in terms of music.
Yeah,
he's the one that went to Biggie, yo, you need to do Juicy. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's the one that orchestrated that thing. He's a genius.
He's been part of it.
He's a genius, isn't it?
Even his little ad-libs on the track, just kind of finish it off. Like, just having him like in the same kind of like area. Kind of,
you know what? There's certain people that they just got a mad view on life, so they're able to kind of do a multiple amount of things. That's
his dad was like a gangster, apparently. With who was that guy, man? Frank Lucas. Apparently his dad was like linked up with him. So he's another person that's, you know what I mean, got some mad backing behind him.
Yeah,
as well.
Jay-Z definitely is my. That's who I see as.
What's your favourite Jay-Z album?
Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, same with that. Yes.
It's hard though, bro.
Yeah.
It's
you
hard,
know what?
But Reasonable Doubt is it's ridiculous.
It's the best
bro.
one, man. That one. What's that other one? Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Volume 2, sick.
Life,
Blueprint, sick.
Blueprint. Jay-Z's.
They're my top 3, 100%. But
who's your favourite UK artist?
Favourite? Could not say, man. Could not say. I don't like saying favourite. Who am I rating at the minute though? D-Block Europe, Fredo, Nine's probably one of my favourites, to be fair. Scraps. Too much people, man. I like everyone, really.
I think Kano's my favourite ever, innit? Like, Kano. But really only had that one album, innit? You get what I'm saying?
Because he was
bro,
in that time.
Album is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. You know what?
Ridiculous, bro.
I got a big up Roll Deep, man, because they really put me onto. I remember because I grew up with Sky. My dad used to have Sky in the house, so I channel
that
you.
Sounds funny. That sounds hilarious.
What do you mean?
Yo, I said I grew up with Sky. Like.
I'm kind of a big deal around here, you know.
Yeah, that's mad. But like, you know what's mad? No, I don't think anyone has Sky now.
No, Sky's dead. Sky's dead. It's about £100 a month, man. It's dead. They're killing it. They're
Sky,
dead.
Bro.
But like, I was I must have been like 13, and obviously being in Cov, like, you're not exposed to grime really at 13. But I remember I put Channel U on and I seen the When I'm Here video.
Yeah, hard.
Something in me, I didn't know what grime was. I didn't have any like really gangster friends at that age. I was just, something in me was like, this is sick. What the fuck was that? Was that a gunshot? That did not sound like a firework, you know. Shots fired in the vicinity, man.
I did hear those.
Vlad T. Oh, God. Shots fired outside the studio.
Future Ollie with the strap.
Trust me.
That's why yo, Ollie would have been straight out there. Like, yo, feel that strap, bro. Yo.
Look, you ain't got it on me, boy.
Yo, that's crazy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so when you heard When I'm Here, you put a black hoodie on.
I bought the black night hoodie that they all wore in that video. My mum took me to Sports Direct. I was like, oh, Mum, I want that one. She's like, a black night hoodie? What do you mean, Oliver? I was like, I want it. She bought it me. And that was me, grime kid from 13 years old on.
That's crazy.
And that was the first thing that I remember.
as well, the Nightcrawler, the little
I
hated
man bags. No. I hated man bags.
Okay.
I did not rate the man bag. I did get one at one point, though. Peer pressure and all that, of course.
Everyone got one.
But you know, like, they started off a bit dead. Like, I had a big, like, fat Fred Perry one. Like, this was dead.
I remember the Fred Perry ones.
It was dead. You could have fit, like, school books in there and shit.
Rockports and that, you get me?
Yeah, I had Rockports as well. They didn't suit me, though. They didn't suit me.
I don't think they suited anyone.
Nah, they are hideous. Innit? I did not suit Rockports.
And they were the most uncomfortable shoes ever,
dead.
bro.
You couldn't even play football at school or anything, man. They were dead.
With a Berghaus jacket, innit?
Oh, yeah, or Peter North. Do you remember that? Peter North.
Was it Pete Storm?
Peter Storm! Peter North! That's that porn star, ain't it? Oh, no. No way!
I don't remember the men's names, bro.
Embarrassing. Oh, my God, that's embarrassing.
You can edit what you want to edit out.
Yeah. Peter North, some like mad porn star from back in the day. Peter Storm, my mistake, boys and girls. Fuck,
you're killing me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I always forget what we're talking about. Roll Deep. Yeah, they killed it, man.
Yeah.
They're not even my favourite musically, but I'd probably say they're my favourite UK act, you know, because they've been part of my musical journey, man.
That's
like, in terms of like growing up on their music. And Wiley, I don't even like Wiley massively. Like, he's not my favourite MC, but you have to just fucking rate him for what he's done in the game. He's been 100%. There, he's played his part, and he's still playing his part. What do you think about
Lethal Bizzle?
Killing it.
In what way, though?
Yo, he's killing it.
He's like a UK Jay-Z, you know. He's a UK Jay-Z. A much smaller scale.
You know what? Business-wise, you might say that, but musically, I rate Lethal in it, but like,
he's done well to stay relevant. You know what makes me laugh? Skepta's got a bar saying, Lethal said he's got teas as well. Told him, shut your mouth, they won't sell. Shut up, Skepta. Lethal Bizzle killed the t-shirt game.
He killed it. I said, shut up, Skepta. You know? I didn't say that, Skepta. If you hear this, I didn't say that.
Yo, I need to watch what I'm saying. I need to watch what I'm saying.
My features,
I like Skepta as well, man. I don't know why I said that. Sorry, man. I'm just saying, yo, Skepta, you were wrong on that one, because I say that to say, Lethal B smashed the Dench clothing thing.
He did.
He's relevant in music.
He is.
He's
a smart guy.
And you know what? He's actually done so well in music that I can go to his show now, and I know, even though I've not listened to his music for 5 years,
yeah, that's true.
For half the concert at least, he's going to have me on my toes.
That's true.
Yeah, but
that's true.
Oi, legendary tune. All them.
He's actually got legendary tunes. If you think,
he's got many tunes.
Even that Rari workout's literally
that's
legendary
right.
in its own way. It's legendary. You get what I'm saying? So
because when something takes over the mainstream world, a little bit of you has to rate it, even though you don't really listen to it.
This is a good one. Stormzy then. What's your thoughts on Stormzy?
I don't actually listen to him, but I fucking rate him. I rate what he's doing.
That's mad, because a lot of people say to me that they don't listen. Not a lot of people, obviously, that's gas, but people say they don't listen to Stormzy, but they rate him.
Like,
I think that's it's kind of a good place to be at if everyone just somehow just rates.
I'm just being honest.
People say that still.
If you look on my Spotify, I ain't got no Stormzy.
I ain't got no
I've
Stormzy,
never had
but
no
I
Stormzy.
rate Stormzy.
But I would never slag him off. I'd never be like, he's shit, he's a good MC.
Do you think that's down to, do you think you rate him because everyone else rates him? Or do you think you rate him because...
No, I'm just proud of him.
What he's done.
I'm proud of him, man.
He's probably done...
You used to listen to him though, innit?
Not really. I followed Stormzy because he's linked with Section Boys, right? And I found Section Boys on YouTube when they were like not famous at all. So I've had Stormzy on Twitter when he had 3,000 followers. I used to follow him, and he was just talking mad shit. Trying to get a follow, you know, Stormzy, yo. But he ain't new to me. I've seen him from like 10,000 views a video. You know what I mean? 50,000 views a video. But I just don't, when I see like Stormzy's released a new video.
You don't really get gassed.
If Nine's released a new video, I'll be like, yo, I need to check that. And I'll just be like,
I think sometimes
weighing up talcum powder in the bathroom and that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, bagging it up. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm driving, man. I've had a couple drinks. Oh yeah, you know what? If anyone's seen the last episode, we had the Serbian drink, yeah? This is the more tame. It's called Krishkovac, yeah. It's do you want to? You ain't gonna drink, right? Because I know you had a heavy night the other day. Just smell that. Tell me honestly, what you think it's alright or shit or?
It doesn't smell too bad.
It's nice,
it doesn't smell like it's like
dangerous.
Yeah. But if you're Serbian, you should be able to drink, bro.
Yeah, I can down.
I watched a bag of movies where these Serbians are drinking mad.
Yeah. You know what? They don't like. My family in Serbia don't drink because when I went there, because I'm English, they thought you guys drink. I'm not joking. We sat down for dinner, breakfast, 10 a.m. You know, you get the big bottles of beer.
Yeah.
Crack it open. Obviously, I've never met them before, so me being polite, I drank it. Once it gets down to about there, they're like, it's like it's a bit backwards. Like the man's like wife, like, go get the beer. You know what I mean? Yeah. She comes back like, yes. Puts another beer down.
His auntie, you know.
She goes back in the corner. She ain't speaking. She's just waiting for him to tell her what to do. I'm 2 beers down at 10:30. I'm talking big bottles.
Yeah. fucks the whole day.
They're giving me the drinks and then being like, this English waste man, look at him drinking beer at 10 in the morning. I don't want to drink this fucking beer. I'm being polite.
That's jokes, man.
But,
that's jokes, but yeah.
Yeah. Serbia's lit though, man, to be fair.
Yeah, man. Big Serbia.
Yeah, man, it's good, man.
I want to start wrapping my second batteries about.
Yeah. Sick. Yeah, man, battery's about to go, so we need to wrap it up. So
That's cool.
What we normally do is, to finish it off, we have, I've got some funny stories, from the month. So we're in March at the minute. This one may be from February, I'm not sure, but you might have heard about this, Man identifies as a woman, smashes the world deadlift record. You know all this madness at the minute of like people identifying as different genders. This guy, let me find the news article. He basically had enough.
I'm trying to be politically correct because...
Oh, you got a business to protect. I ain't got fuck all. I'll see what I want. If I get fired, I get fired. Fuck them. But basically...
I can be politically correct. Go on.
Yeah, but he...
Man identifies as woman. Is he...
It was done in banter.
Is he trans?
No.
Oh.
He just took the piss. Because there's this thing going around of...
I was thinking it was it.
No, he just... It basically, it was a tweet that went viral. Because all these women... Like trans men are turning in... men are turning into trans women. I see something
about this, the Olympics and that.
Yeah, and then like these men are identifying as women, go into like high school... identifying as a woman and then just like choking out girls in like wrestling competitions and they're allowed to no this is happening in America and they're winning like girls sports day shit, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. And then one girl was like this isn't fair, like you're really a man, you're identifying as a girl but you're not really a woman, you've got more strength. And then the girl goes, nah, you just need to work harder to beat me.
What, the man?
The man that's a woman. So he just like being a dick.
Obviously, it's not
it wasn't obviously recognised in the Guinness Book of Records as like a thing,
funny.
but it turned into a big thing.
You know what? I'll give it 10 years. That's gonna be normal, bro. That's gonna be.
You know what? I actually worked with a guy that was identified as a girl, and he went by a girl's name at this point. And he was taking hormones. Yeah. The guy was safe. The girl, we generally saw her as a girl. After about a week, I would just generally thought she's a girl. I respected her views. Well, she was safe.
That's not going to affect someone's personality, innit? So.
What do you mean?
Like if they're a girl or boy, if they're trans, it's not going to affect how they are as a person. I think I'm being too... I think...
Should we move on to the next question? I don't want you to start losing any investors or whatnot, you know what I mean?
I'm just...
The share price falls overnight.
You know in the future where they find old tweets
Yeah. Shit. Yo, you know
they're
what?
like, oh, Sam.
Yeah, let's just boy K-Dubs off then instead. Fuck it, man. Yo, if anyone's seen this guy, he was supposed to show up today. He didn't show up. He's missing, yo. Drop me a DM, K-Dubs, come home, man. Come home.
Nah, this
podcast ain't the same without you, man. And then another more light-hearted question. We'll just wrap this up here. We've got a few minutes left. Saw this news article on the Cov Telegraph. Let me find it one sec. There was a little bit of worry because Nuneaton and Bedworth shock life expectancy rates. So Nuneaton and Bedworth people are expected to live about 10 years less than people in the rest of the city. As if Cov ain't gritty enough,
Why is that though? That's mad.
I just thought I'd bring it up because it's fucking... I just find it funny, man. I find it funny. Cov's gritty enough. People don't live until they're about 40 anyway. Then you've got Bedworth that are like struggling. Nuneaton and Bedworth.
They're not going to live 10 years.
So I think it's like 7 to 10 years. Their life expectancy is less.
I'm trying to figure out why that would be.
They didn't say in the article. It didn't say.
They just said that.
But it was basically one woman was like,
it's a headline.
Yeah, but the woman from Bedworth, like some like medical person, was like, "This isn't right. Like, you know, this shouldn't be the case in this day and age." I don't even know what to say about that.
I think I'm going to live till about 50, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not long. That's not very long.
I think I got 25 more years.
Really?
I honestly believe that. I always tell my girl that. I don't know. You know, when you just
feeling.
I just feel like I'm gonna go early. Yeah. She said, I got 25 more years.
Samson's gonna get to 49. Yeah, he's gonna sign that deal with like, Rock Nation. Section's gonna blow in America. That's it. Boom. Next day.
Don't you feel like
you'll be a legend forever, man? I'll be fucking bringing this podcast up again. Flashback, getting that YouTube money.
Don't you feel?
I filmed him.
Yeah. We'll be on Vlad TV. Yeah, Samson used to do all this shit, back in the day.
Now, don't you feel like when you're gonna die? Have you never thought about that?
If I get to 70,
I always
I'll
think
be
about
happy.
my death for some reason.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Dark, yeah.
If I get to 70, I'll be really happy, man. 70s.
70?
And you know what? The average age is like 90 now. So if I get to 80, I'll be gassed. 70, I'll be generally happy.
I can't imagine getting to 70. Something would happen, bro.
Because but as you get more money, you have private healthcare. You probably, I don't know.
I feel like, bro, if you're gonna go, you're gonna go.
Yeah. What? So do you think everything happens for a reason then, or?
We're supposed to not talk about religion.
Nah. You talk about religion all you want, man. I ain't got much to say.
No, what are your views on religion?
My mum's very religious. I grew up.
What are your views? Your personal views?
I don't believe in God. I feel sorry for religious people. I feel I swear down.
Yo, another 10 more minutes.
No, I just feel
interesting.
I just feel like when
By the way, you can say whatever you want because I don't take nothing to heart.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I never say this around people, but
maybe your listeners.
Yeah, but you know what? I pay for the studio session, my podcast.
Yeah,
I'll say what the fuck I want.
I like that.
I just feel bad that when you look in the history of religion, and back in the day, there was no CCTV, blah blah blah. They needed a way to control people. I think religion came into play. I could be totally wrong. I don't know, but I just think it's sad that you can't have sex before marriage because you're scared of next man looking down. Muslims can't eat pork. I generally feel sorry for religious people, but at the same time they have a different. Imagine actually knowing that someone's guiding you. It must feel good as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, you know what it is like. Obviously, I believe in God. I believe in God.
Yeah.
But my views are a bit thingy. So I believe in God. I don't necessarily follow any religion, and I'm kind of open to the views of any religion. But I do believe there is ultimately a God. I'm calling it God, but it could be Jah, it could be Allah, it could be whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I believe in a spiritual higher
believe
being.
In spirit. I believe in energy and frequencies.
But then I also think that, so sorry to interrupt you, but you see spirits, frequencies, that goes against and goes with science, innit, yeah? So but they can't explain that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So when I think something can't be explained, like even humans to a degree, like cells and all of this type of stuff, and women, pregnancy, all of this type, and how everything kind of makes sense, if that makes sense. A penis going into a vagina, everything just makes sense somehow, and the vagina being lubricated.
So
there's it all makes sense, bro.
This is bad. Episode 1.
No, real talk, but because everything makes sense. I feel like, and no human, not one human can really comprehend, and they can't explain why. So something else must be doing that. That's how I came to my conclusion that to believe in something. And I also think it helps you in life if you've got some sort of guidance to something. But the counter argument is very valid in terms of control, and 100% it's been used for control. 100%. Like if I created a Bible now, I'd rule the world. Do you get what I'm saying? So 100% it's been used for control, but I don't think that necessarily means it isn't true. That's my opinion, innit?
I think that humans are how we see ants. That's what humans are. We think we know everything.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, there's something. There's a bigger energy that is coordinating everything that we can't feel exists.
And there's sometimes we get. Sorry.
No, I just said we got to wrap up in 2 minutes. It's about
2 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Just say
last thing. Sometimes I think humans get downloads. From some sort of source, and they put it out in some sort of way through movies. So sometimes you'll get a movie, and then everyone will find out this new thing. Oh, this has happened in the world. but one human's got a download from somewhere. Sounds mad, but yeah. Does that make sense?
I don't understand. Man. Let's not even get into that just now. You know,
say Steven Spielberg creates a movie about aliens, and now we all think aliens look a certain way.
I'll get you.
That had to come from something or somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, on that note, before it gets really weird.
I nearly got too weird. I nearly got, man's normal. Man listens to normal music. Yeah.
I hope you guys watching have been paying attention, because my man's doing big things for the city, for himself, for his family. And it's good to see, man. Man, I wish you all the best with music and with business as well, and the clothing. And when I lose some weight, I'm buying some clothes. Come on, guys. Thank you for watching. Big up yourself.
Big up.